Hi guys, thanks for joining Wanja's World. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making a weaning meal for my 10-month-old because I've tried to look for resources that give you recipes for weaning meals and I've not been able to come across. So I thought to myself, if you cannot find them, then create them. So what I have here is one chicken thigh. I got this pack from Aldi. It comes with 4 organic chicken thighs. I freeze one a bag, so for every meal that I prepare, I use one chicken thigh. I love chicken thighs because they don't dry out and they have lots of flavor. However, they also have a lot of fat, so what I'm doing here is I'm trimming the fat off the chicken thigh and then I'm going to cut this into just bite-sized chunks. I'm not going to do them too small because I will blend this food in the end. I know at 10 months old I should start giving her food with a little texture, but for her main meal, because this is a lot of times dinner, I'd like for this to be smooth so that she's not gagging as she's eating. She's just able to eat it and we can have a smooth night. But during the day I feed her stuff with texture. So take the chicken thighs, put them in a stock pot, and then I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of water, and then I'm going to boil this just to come up with a stock to cook up everything else. I did not mention what we're making. We're making butternut squash, zucchini, and chicken. I feel like it's a nice balance of veggies and starches and protein. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the butternut squash has some starch in it. Now, I personally don't eat butternut squash, but even I can admit, as I was cutting into this, I looked at it and that orange was beautiful. It was vibrant and I was like, maybe the people who eat this are onto something, but I have not been able to acquire a taste for butternut squash. Fun fact, I also don't eat zucchini, but thank God that my little girl knows what's good for her, and so she eats them. So as the chicken is boiling, I'm going to cut up my butternut squash. I'm not going to cut them into very small pieces because I will boil them and I will blend them. It goes without saying, before you handle your butternut squash, please make sure you wash it. Because she's gonna be eating this, I'm not gonna fry it up, I'm not gonna add anything extra. I do try to buy organic vegetables where I can find them, just so she's able to get the real feel of the vegetables, the real taste. I don't really know if it counts to her or if she cares as much as I care, but I do that. Now, if anybody knows how to remove the seeds from the squash, if you have an easier way than what I'm doing, please let me know in the comment section. So once that is done, I'm going to put those aside. Actually, I'm just going to throw them in with the chicken so they can start boiling together. And then I'm going to wash my zucchini and start cutting it up. I'm not going to cut it up too small because, again, I will blend it. I'm just going to cut it up into discs. This might look like a lot of zucchini, but it cooks down and becomes a reasonable amount. If you have a tried and tested recipe for zucchini that makes it delicious, I will try it. Let me know and I will try it, because everything that I have tried, I've not been able to eat that zucchini. So after that, I'm going to look at what's boiling on the pot, and I just want my butternut squash to be fork tender, not cooked all the way through, just enough for my fork to go through but not go all the way through and break it up. And at that point, I'm going to add in my zucchini, and then I'm going to steam this until the butternut squash is well cooked and the zucchini is tender. And then we're going to move over to my blender. At this point, you will notice that I don't have a lot of soup. I don't have a very large soup situation going on in this. That's because the zucchini does come up. The zucchini is very watery, and even when you blend it, you'll notice that the food is looking very wet. It's not dry. So I'm gonna blend this, and I want this to actually become a very smooth puree. The reason why I started making my own food is because I used to buy little jars of purees and I had to mix them up. Now, the jars are not expensive when you buy one at a time, but when your kid gets to a point where they're eating 3-4 jars in 2 days, then it adds up. So this by far is more cost effective. I know what I'm putting in the food and I'm able to play around with flavors and know what she likes and what she doesn't like. So my puree has come together. It's looking beautiful. The remaining soup stock situation that's in that pan, I'm going to put it in here. because as the food stays in the fridge, it does tend to come together a lot. But that soup is going to be a lifesaver. Every time I'm serving or I'm getting a serving, I'm just going to mix it up and get that soup going, and it's going to keep the food nice and moist. So this is going to last her probably about six days. I haven't tried freezing this because I don't know if it freezes well. I just make it as we need it. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you try this. This is a beautiful and healthy meal for your kids. Please try it and let me know.